Hello and welcome to St. Louis, Missouri and the Dome at America Center, side of Playoff 2 in the SuperMotocross World Championship, fueled by Monster Energy. I'm Michael Antonovich, and through the next few moments, we'll get you up to speed on everything you need to know for the weekend, including a preview of the track, footage from Friday's free practice sessions, and a recap of the SMX All-Star Moto. This weekend's track will be much different than the drag strip circuits that bookend the series, as the removal of the stadium's lower bowl seats increased the size of the floor, and the SMX track crew and Dirtworks have taken full advantage of the added room, which now includes a short back and forth in an alcove between the stadium and the pits. 8,000 cubic yards of silt loam clay, plus 80 tons of sand, and a few truckloads of organic compost were sculpted into a layout that's much more similar to a standard Supercross, and lap times from the field range from 1:13 to 1:16. There's no worry of weather at all, thanks to the fully domed stadium and indoor pit area, but a recent drought through the Midwest may have an impact on traction, as the dirt could shape up and break down differently than what everyone is used to when the series visits the city in the spring. Playoff 2 in St. Louis doubles the amount of points offered, taking the scale up to 50-2, and competitors agreed that this weekend will bring some added pressure, as they know a result here could make or break how they go into Las Vegas. The wildcard races will again be 5 minutes plus one lap, but now the top 5 finishers of the 450 class and the top 7 of the 250 class will advance and join the field in the 20-minute plus one lap motos. Hayden Deegan stayed at the top of the scoreboard through both sessions of free practice. The Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha rider put in a 1:14.786 in the first outing, and then cut it down to a 1:13.863 in the closing moments of the later run. Deegan and teammate Max Anstey were the only 250 class riders to put in 1:13 laps, as Anstey logged a 1:13.990 as part of the unseeded division. Chase Sexton managed only 2 fast laps during Session 2, but the Red Bull KTM rider's 1:12.558 was the best of the entire field. Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha teammates Eli Tomac and Justin Cooper were just a tick off, with Tomac putting in a 1:12.839 and Cooper a 1:12.961. Caden Manier dominated Friday's SMX Next World All-Stars moto by getting the whole shot on his Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha and keeping the pack just a few seconds behind at all times. The battle for the top spots came down to the last lap, with Tiger Wood and Carson Wood getting by Diesel Thomas for the final steps on the podium. Let's hear from Friday's fastest riders now. All right, Caden Manier, Friday's winner here at the SMX Next World All-Stars. Caden, how was that?
It was a lot of fun. I got a really good start and put some really good laps in and kind of just had fun with it. The track is really cool. It's something new to me. I haven't done much Supercross racing, so I had a lot of fun.
You know, from the minute that you got the start, that was instant. That was the thing. You had about a 3-second gap that you were able to ride the whole way. A lot of chaos behind you. Were you aware of any of that?
Yeah, I was having a look here and there, but it doesn't really faze me when I'm out front.
All right, thoughts on this track after doing all those laps and seeing it break in with all those guys on the track?
It's really cool. It got quite technical at the end when it got rough, so I had a lot of fun and the track's really cool.
It seems like go slow to go fast, especially in this little spot here. You seem to have, into this off-camber, really good on your marks to hit the brake, coast through it. Everybody else seemed to dive in, hold the brakes on a little longer.
Definitely. This track's a lot about patience, especially through the fat corners out there. You have to be quite patient, but if you ride patient, keep the momentum up, you're good.
All right, Hayden Deegan, fastest on Friday's free practice in the 250 class. Hayden, how were those laps?
It was good. Did a heater, and it was P1, so that's a positive. And then, yeah, qualifying tomorrow and racing, so hopefully we can bring that same momentum.
All right, much different track this week than last week. How is it on a tighter confine and for you to get as many practice laps in as you did?
Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of getting the least amount of practice on the track before I race. I feel like I kind of excel in that. So, I mean, it definitely makes it more even, giving us this much time on the track. So the racing's a little bit harder, but I'll still figure it out.
Did you guys notice how it was breaking down any from Session 1 to Session 2? Because there's some big holes that are out there already.
Yeah, it's going to get choppy. There's a lot of grip here, so bike setup's going to be key, and we made quite a bit of changes before that second practice, and clearly worked.
All right, one last thing I'll say I noticed out there, a lot of revs, a lot of pumping to stay low on those big jumps. What's it like to finesse it around the track right now?
Yeah, it's bring that intensity, kind of get the body used to intensity, feel the bike out so that when it is time to race and you are sending it, it's comfortable.
Enjoy your weekend, bud. Saturday's action starts with bikes on the track for time qualifying in the afternoon and racing in the evening. You can watch all of the action from start to finish on Peacock, Telemundo Deportes, and the SMX Video Pass for international viewers, with race day live beginning at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, a special pre-race show starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and the first gate drop at 7 p.m. You can also catch an encore viewing on NBC on Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern.